Hey guys, what's up? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. Today I have prepared a list for you of 10 assumptions when you move to Africa. So, as many of you know, I moved from the UK to Ghana last year, 2020. And the list that I've come up with are questions I probably get asked, several times a day, if not daily, from many of the local people that I come in contact with. And in as much, it may be innocent on their part, it is a bit frustrating and redundant. So I'm going to go over this list so that when you are coming to the continent, you can be prepared to be asked these questions many, many times, or you can try to understand the perspective of people here on the continent. So the first one, and this is in no particular order, okay? This is just a comprised list. The first assumption is it's your first trip to Africa. A lot of the conversations I'll have with maybe service people, my boat drivers, waitresses at restaurants, that kind of thing, they always assume that it's my first trip to Africa. I don't know Ghana. I never been here, that's just always their first assumption. And they usually get quite shocked if you are an African traveler like myself. You've been to many countries, or you've been to Ghana many times. They're just like, wow, really? They never expect that. Number two is that you're on holidays, okay? Whenever they see you, wherever they see you, they assume that you're on holidays. And sometimes even during the conversation, you will have to reiterate, this is for people that are now living here. No, I actually live here, It's almost as if they can't grasp the fact that you are living here. Number three, do you have family here? The concept of maybe being a solo individual, just picking up and moving to Ghana, or actually if you are another African and you've come here, it's just like, wow, you come here, you don't know people, you don't have family. It seems like it's just a really far-fetched concept. I don't know. You also don't know any of the language. They don't really expect you to respond to them in their local languages. They usually get quite excited or quite shocked if you do. The assumption is that you speak English or French. Sometimes even if you're in settings and they're speaking a local language, when you enter, they will change to English or French or whatever, wherever you are. They rarely assume that you will know any of the language. Next on my list is that you prefer Western music. Oh my gosh. I actually got a video from one of our viewers in my box a couple weeks ago. And she was at a resort a bit far from Accra, some few hours away. She said when she entered the resort, they instantly started playing country music. It's definitely happened to me in taxis and things like that. People just assume you want to hear American music. You want to hear, hip hop, or you want to hear country music. They think country music is American, So that's quite common here in Ghana. That's quite an assumption. Next on the list is that you are rich. This one goes without saying. They think you're rich. They really, really do. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but it is what it is. The natural consumption, the natural assumption as well is going to be that the West is better than Africa. So a lot of times when you choose to live here, people will be very, very shocked that you decide to leave America, you decide to leave the UK or Germany to return here. They're still very estranged from the reasons why you might be coming back. They will also assume that you want to do tourist stuff. So if you're like me and you're off the beaten path, you don't really get into a lot of that tourist activities, people will automatically assume, oh, you're here in Ghana, you want to go to Cape Coast, you want to see the slave castles, you want to do this, you want to do that. I don't like doing any of that, but they will assume that you want to do the tourist activities. If you are honest about the West and experiences, they will think that you are trying to lie to them and that you're not being honest. So when you try to tell them, hey, I moved to Ghana because of this, I moved here because of racism, I moved here because of this, that, the other, they will not believe you. It's not really funny, but it's just the truth. Also, did I mention that you're on holiday? They're going to always assume that. It was worth saying twice, because people always just assume that. And last but not least is that you are clueless about Africa. They talk to you as if, not to be condescending, but just that you don't have any context. So if they're talking about politics, or they're talking about maybe something that happened with celebrities here, they don't expect you to have any recollection of that. So these are just a list of 10 things, 10 assumptions that I have experienced here on the continent. Again, it's not a slight against Ghanaians. It's just something for diasporians to be prepared, because some diasporians will be very offended by these questions over and over and over again. So I wanted to just give you a heads up. Now I'm going to get back to my chilling. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.